Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Zephyr, and today we will be taking a look at the game called Endzone A World Apart and to see if it's worth playing during our downtime. It's a city builder of sorts. I would rather say this game is more of a village or town builder rather than a city. If you're hoping to make massive cities like City Skyline, you won't get that here. And if you're hoping to build an economic powerhouse of a city like Eno, you won't get that here either, because Endzone is leaning towards survival over everything else. And in this game, you can lose. You will lose a lot before learning the tricks on how to make a successful city. Now, before we dive into the game, let's take a look over at the options menu. You got shadow quality, texture quality, glass quality, level of detail, ambient occlusion, and anisotropic filtering. Now, so far, I'm not having any performance issue with this game, and I'm running on GTX 1070 Ti. I don't have any frame rate issue nor experiencing any lag in this game. So if you're having a better graphic card than mine, you should probably have no issues playing this game. Now, as for clouds, you can turn this thing on and off, and I rather have it on for the realism of it. Because in this game, sometimes you will see the clouds flying over your city, and I like that. I like that aspect. But if you can't see your population or whether they're covering it because of the clouds, you can turn this thing off. Now, over at our audio, we have sliders. Multiple sliders for the different volumes that we have here. And I recommend it to set our play audio feedback to its default option, which is unnatural depth. Because in this game, ladies and gentlemen, your population can die. Not of old age. I mean, they too will die from old age, but they can die from hunger, thirst, or get killed. And if that happens, you will hear a sound for their death. And that is good because that tells you there's a problem within your city and you need to rectify that problem fast before problem just spiral down in your city and you lose. So I recommend you keep this option as it is. But if you don't like the sound, you can turn it off. No problem right here. But if you find the sound of death for people dying from thirst, hunger, or getting shot not enough, you can turn it to all death, where you can hear the sound of people dying of old age. But this can get really annoying, so I recommend you just keep it as default. Under the game options, we have the autosave interval of 50 minutes. This is as low as you can go, but if you find 50 minutes a little bit too short, you can pump it up all the way up to 90. For me, I find 50 minutes is more than enough for you to rectify any problem should you occur any problem like lack of food, lack of water, or people start dying. 50 minutes should be more than enough for you to survive or to salvage your current situation. So got that, you can leave the number of auto slots up to 3. Radiation effect, you can just turn it on and off just for the immersion of it. And for our colorblind friends, we have color scheme. Already we got 2 color scheme. Color scheme 1 and color scheme 2. As to what the color scheme 2 is for, I got no idea. Now, under the controls, most of our controls is rebindable, and which is good. We got our WASD key, Q and E to rotate your camera. All of this is really good. It's needed actually, so that you can pause your game whenever you want. Now, for Endzone, I'll show you how the first few minutes of the starting game, and after which we will head over to an old game of mine which I've already made so that you can have an idea of what the game is like later stage or at the end. Now we got 3 different modes, or 2 actually: tutorial, survival, and scenarios. The tutorial will teach you how to play this game, but for me I didn't go through the tutorial, I just dive right into survival mode because I like to learn the hard way. Now, is there any difference between survival mode and scenario? Yes. Survival mode is an sandbox experience where you set up your own objective, just survive as how you can and do whatever you want. But for scenarios, there's a goal for you to meet, and once you reach that goal, that's the end. That's the end. That's game over right there. As for survival, there's no goals. You set your own goals, you set your own needs, you set your own end game. And for that, for these demonstration purposes, we'll be going through survival mode rather than scenario. Now we got over 7 difficulty settings. We got build mode where all hazards are sharply reduced, hardly any radiation or negative influence poses a threat to you. All game contents are available to you right from the start. You can focus all your efforts on building here. Basically, this mode is for you to just make your city as pretty as you can. If you like to make some buildings or like some sort of building here, you can just leave it as it. You can go to here if you don't like the survival aspect. Relax and discover. You can lean back here and relax because hardly any danger poses a threat to your settlement. Easy game, an easy game in which you have to combat threats such as droughts. On the other hand, you have much more threat to react and prepare yourself. Normal is the default. Advanced difficulty, maximum challenge, and no crease. So I recommend you don't go through no crease because there's hardly any crease at all. That's a difficulty thing. Because you need crease, ladies and gentlemen. You need crease to build your cities, and at the start, without trees, it's harder for you to build your cities, and at this difficulty, there's sort of like a meta play here. You need to follow a certain build order for you to get through the hardest difficulty. And for that, we will be looking through normal mode. But for my other gameplay, I was playing it at advanced difficulty. Sounds like a little bit of challenge. But for this demonstration, we'll be taking a look at normal, the recommended play of this game. Now, under the map settings, you can randomize your world scene. Your map size can be large, medium, or small. You can change any of this up to your preference. The amount of mountains, you can set it to low, medium, or high. Basically, it's up to you how you like your world to be. And if you're gonna start out, I personally recommend you to have like one lake up above, one mountain below, so that you can expand your plantation and your farming relatively easy. But the downside of having this low is that the amount of certain resources will be low. I mean, the resource we get is actually infinite, but the amount of stuff we can scavenge from that is relatively low. But for this demonstration purposes, we'll just leave it as it is, and we start proceed, next, new town, and start game. Now this game is, the story of the game is you survive through a nuclear fallout, and during that time most of the world population is hiding underground, kinda like a Fallout shelter in Fallout series. But your shelter is called the Endzone rather than a vault.
You know what we learned in the Endzone? Basic needs come first and foremost. We have to build up a water and food supply.
We have to build up water, food supply, and then let's build ourselves a new home. So, ladies and gentlemen, if I do stutter in this video, I'm so sorry about it because I'm still trying to build up more confidence on going off script as compared to my usual videos. So consider this, gentlemen, if you find me to be very repetitive or slow or stuttery, I apologize for that. Now, as you can see here, this is our bus rack. Our bus ride is where your people will come in at the end of the day to relax and chill, and this also serve as your warehouse at the start, where all your resources you harvest will be put over here. Now, start off with 600 food, or 600 units of water, 600 units of food, 200 units of wood, 200 scraps, 15 tools, and 15 radiation protection. Well, look at these numbers, 15, 15, got just nice population 15, but children at this stage are worthless. Not exactly worthless, just that they don't do anything at the moment other than consuming food. They don't provide anything to the workforce, and until they grow up to become adult, they are just consuming your food and water resources. And for that, we need to solve our problem fast, gentlemen. If not, well, you will run them out fast, very, very fast. And as you can see here, we got our profession, and this is where you set your settlers on what to do. And since we got 10 workers, we can set them to 10 builders. And at the start, what do you need first? Not exactly housing. I mean, housing is needed, but at the start, you don't need housing. Because if you expand too fast, you will have problems such as lack of food and lack of water. You won't know whether your food supply will just dwindle, and it's you lost. Everyone is dying from hunger or thirst. And for this, we shall start off by building roads. This is how I start off this game of mine, by making these sort of roads. I use this as a guide as a main script. This is in my main script. This two roads you want space in between. The space in between here is for decorations, and this decoration is to keep your population happy. Of course, they like to see stuff. It makes their morale goes up. But for now, since we're at the start, decorations not really needed. And if you take a look at this. I mean, now what do we need? So first thing first, we need to solve our food and water problem. You don't have problem right now, but that doesn't mean you will not have any problem later on. So you need to put down this jetty so that people can get their water supply. And we need to put down this cistern. We should put it somewhere around here. No, I'm not gonna see this is a demonstration because I'm not gonna make it perfectly nice. Just gonna use this as options for you to see as a guide. You need cistern, because cistern is where you get your water from. And a bigger version of that would be the water tower. And water tower is needed, and it's very, very important because it allows you to filter out radiation using coal. But at the start, you don't have coal, so just leave it as you need. So you just use the low version, which is cistern. As for food, we could use some fishing hut, but personally, between fishing hut and gatherer's cabin, look at that. Gatherer's cabin looks good as well. So you know what? So I just leave it as it is over here, because going by this, we can see that the road is this side. Now we can also use hunting lodge. But where's the food though? Looks like the food is mostly here. Well, we can put them more in the same side, no problem. Well, looks like there's something over there. We can't build it there, so alright, then I'll just build one tower here then. Back to back with one space in between. Now we need wood, because without wood we can't build stuff, so don't forget to put down your harvester lodge. Now do we have... No, let's run the game. We'll be running at max speed or 3 times, so that you can see, you know, more progress over everything else. And we also need recycler, because we need to get our scraps, ladies and gentlemen. And our scraps is, yeah, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, just nice. These are following the roads as I set it out to be. This one too, follow the roads. And just nice. Since that we put everyone as a builder, you can see that our building structure is very fast. But since our structure is mostly just up, we can set aside for actual work. Now, at the start, I recommend to put half of your workforce for everything. So if you need 5 water carrier, I recommend you put only 2 gatherer, 2 hunter, 2 forester, 1, and the rest as a refine. Now, your fun thing about this is that you can set your work area easily. Unlike other games, you can, you just need to build 1 billion and then you can set your work area as far as you want. No longer you need to build, like if there's a forest here, you need to build a building in the middle of the forest to get the wood. No, you don't need to do that. You can just put one fossil lodge here, and okay, here's your work area, people. Go there and cut down the trees. Now the same thing goes with the hunter's lodge. If you find that this area there's not enough food, there's not enough game, you can move it over. And looks like, hey, looks like there's a lot of food here. Alright, hopefully go there and get some food. Oh, looks like 2 of our children is up. We got 3 population right now. And for now, we only got 3 and they are dying from old age. So to solve that problem, ladies and gentlemen, we need to make housing to expand our population. And with that, let's go with 2 by 2. Demonstration. Just nice, ladder up. Oh, we can't build there. That's annoying. That's ruined the whole plan, but it's fine. It's fine. Looks like there's only 5 billion in this squid. Looks like we can expand. I'm gonna expand all the way down here. Hey, we need so yeah, we need scrapyard. Since I can't build any more population there, I'll just put one right. Yep, oh yeah, nice, very nice. Roads. I don't know if you can hear the music. I don't really like the sound. It's very rocky-ish, I guess. I don't know. It reminds me of Max. Not Max Payne, but Mad Max. Mad the graphics are quite alright. Actually, the creature looks quite nice. It's not really very important because this is a survival city builder. You're not exactly building massive, beautiful cities like City Skyline. So, graphic wise, it's alright. It's alright. From the looks of it, if you have played a game called Banished, you'll find that that game is really similar to Endzone. And if you don't like Banished, ladies and gentlemen, you won't like this game either, because that game is really simple. But this game is more towards survive rather than building massive cities, and you will lose in this game because when you deal with, because when you expand too fast, you won't know whether you lack food or you have lack of water. Because when that time happens, everything just spiral out of control. And basically this is it. This is the start of Endzone. Now, as I said, I'll take a look at, I'll bring you to my later version of my older game so that I can see what kind of game is it when you reach the later stages of the game. That's my save game, not reload. Take a look. Autosave. No, we're not gonna go to this autosave because if I recall correctly, this city is dying. On the verge of dying. Let's take a look. Come on, load. Need to double click on that one. Right, here it is, gentlemen. Here it is, my massive city. As you can see, you can get your population up to 340 or in the hundreds. And with this size of the map, theoretically you can hit 1,000 population. You can hit 1,000 adults. But do you want to do that? But for me, I don't see the point of hitting 1,000. Once you reach 200, I can't see any need of hitting up to such high numbers in this game because there's at that time you are most likely your cities are most likely thriving. There's no problem. But as you can see, gentlemen, this city of mine is currently having a problem. What sort of problem? Lack of water. No, with a massive population like mine, with 300 people, hold on, 350, 90, okay, let's give it 500, with 500 people, I got way too much food. And my water supply and my water units is barely enough. I mean, I'm living on the edge here, right? My current population, they are living on the edge with this amount of water. But if you see right here, the season, this is where your danger comes in. The season, once the drought hit, I won't be getting any more water. The lakes will dry up, so my people won't get water from here. And when that happens, this reserve for more water is not enough. And from that, I got 4 years to solve this problem. And lucky for me, my autosave can fix that. But I'm not gonna go back to my autosave. I'm just gonna see if I can solve this problem. And for that, we need to make more water tower. We need more people to collect more water. Bit one. No space. Oh, almost. Can I build here not? And I'm not gonna continue with this anyway. I think once I'm done with this review or gameplay, I will be stop playing this game. Besides, as I said, I'm just gonna show you how this game looks like at the end. This is how the game looks like at the end. And shall I show you what it looks like when people gonna die? No, not really, no. Set all of you to water. We got extra 40 people, farmers. Set them to max. Set them to tailor. Faster. Oh yeah. In this game, there's no other city for you to interact with. There's no cities for you to interact with. There's no villagers. Only yours. The only way you can trade is through this building, the trade post, where once in a while traders will come in to brought you the stuff that you need or whatever. Well, hope you have. Hope that they brought the stuff that you need for you to trade. Like as for this, I'm having water problem, and this dude bring in water, which is good, which is what I need. But the thing is, this water contains high amount of radiation, and is that a problem for me? Not really. Yeah, as long as my people don't die from, lack of thirst, I find it fine. You can, I'll just send you to the hospital. No worries. No worries. There's more than enough hospital bed to go around. If not enough, I'll just build more.
This really still is my favorite place to come to. If we can agree on the terms.
And gentlemen, you can make research. There is stuff for you to research on this game so that you can improve your gameplay. Like if you need to have more scraps, you can make some refinery, can get coal, improve your fishing with this. Basically, there's more substance in this game as compared to Banished. So if you enjoy playing Banished, you enjoy playing this game as there's more stuff for you to do over in this game as compared to Banished. And one thing I like about this game is, I think rather my favorite aspect of this game is the expedition, where you can send people out to explore the various remnants of humanity, like this abandoned factory, this diner, clothing store, doctor office, I mean all these other rooms. And all when you send all those people, there's a chance for them to bring back stuff like, let me see, I think one of them give you like this combined harvester. If you see this here, if you send your people here, they will definitely bring back all these resources back, hams, wheat, and loot pit. And if you're lucky, they can bring back seeds. Now for this, you're just gonna randomly send some people over, no worries, and hopefully they can bring all these things back. And if you're lucky, you can get seeds for new plantation. And gentlemen, for you to get seeds, you either need to get it from your trader, or you send them up for exploration. Now, is Endzone A World Apart a good city builder game? I don't know, actually. Or rather, if you compare this to Anno, I mean, if you are looking to build massive cities where you can trade between cities like Anno, then yes, Endzone is a bad city builder game as compared to Anno. If you're looking to make massive cities with beautiful night lights, beautiful skylines, like massive city skylines, then yeah, this game is not a good game for you. But at the end of the day, gentlemen, it's not a question of is this game good or bad. It's more of a question of, does this game provide the experience that you're looking for? Because if you're looking to have to build a massive city experience like city skylines, you get that experience here. This is more of a city survival rather than city building city. No? So how was it? Is this a good game? It's up to you. For me, I find it's quite alright. I enjoy it. I enjoy playing this game. I'm actually compelled to play this game at the first few turns, but once I'm successful, I mean, I look like I'm gonna die since the god is here, and I don't think I have enough to stockpile enough water to survive. But I think we can get through 1 year without people dying. I think even if they do die, I got more than enough children to repopulate. No problems here. So, is Endzone a good city builder game? Depends. It depends actually. You might like it. I know I do. You may not like it, because this game might not provide the things you're looking for in a city builder. And for me, it's an alright game. I'm actually compelled to play this game at the start so that to learn how to survive, to learn how to get my population to reach beyond 100, beyond 200, and even 500. And now I managed to do so. I'm no longer compelled to play this game. So for that, gentlemen, I'm rather. I think that's the end of me playing this game. I won't be touching this game anymore. I had fun with this. And with that, gentlemen, I brought to you Endzone A World Apart. You can get this game over at Steam for $29 or your region equivalent. Now, I hope you enjoy my video and do forgive me for my stuttering or for my random nonsense, because I'm still trying to build up my confidence or to say the right things, to say the correct stuff without stuttering. And that, gentlemen, if you do like my gameplay and review of this game, do like and subscribe. And I hope to see you next time. See ya!